welcome back to my channel. So sorry for not uploading a video since a long time, and here we go with today's topic. So today we'll be showing you the tutorial for MIT App Inventor. I think it has been a long time that I've uploaded the video, but I'll be regular from this time. So actually I've opened a Google page over here and just type MIT App Inventor 2 and click on this thing and click on create app. So after creating app, clicking on that, actually if you're not signed in or you're signing in newly, it will ask you to sign in to your account, or if you have already opened it and then you're opening it twice, the second time it doesn't ask you. So when I click on my project, you have my project over here. You can start a new project. You can import the project, the AIA from your computer, and you can import the project from the repository. And you can save the project as. So save the project as is used when you're saving it newly, and save the project is when you do any changes to the thing and you're saving it again the second time. Then you can export all the projects. Checkpoint is there. And import a key store, export a key store, and delete a key store. So the move to trash is used when you click on some to choose some and then go to my project and you have this. And then when you connect here, you have the AI companion. So it actually provides you a QR code. So this does the work of downloading the app on your device. It actually shows you the lifetime preview of the app you're making, and this is for the mobile phone. The emulator is the same, but it's for the laptop or the computer. The USB works when you have a USB connection, and the refresh companion screen is used when you actually connect with an AI companion, emulator or USB, and you have to change. If suppose you add something else, you can refresh the companion screen. Then you have the reset connection. Reset the connection with the AI companion, emulator or the USB thing. There's also hard reset. Then for build, you have, it will provide you a QR code for APK or save the APK to your computer. So the first option is used to download the app on your mobile phone, and the second is to save the APK to your computer, where you can use it with your emulator. And for settings, you actually have the disable project autoload and the enable open dyslexic. And then for help, you actually have the about, the library, extensions, tutorials, troubleshooting, forums. You can report and issue companion information, or update the companion, or show the splash screen. So you can actually change the language from here. It's actually English now. And when you click on this, you will be able to see your profile if you click on the first button, or you can sign out from there. So now we'll be starting a new project. So click on start new project. We'll name the project now. So make sure that you don't give any space, because it will give you a notification over here. So let me not give a space and click on OK. Okay, we'll give some other name, tutorial 5. So it opens the screen over here that you have the palette, viewer, the components and the properties. So the palette has all these user interface components. User interface where you have the button, checkbox, date picker, image, all sorts of things. Then you have the layout. Horizontal allows you to arrange the components from left to right. Horizontal scroll it helps you to scroll the arrangement. Table arrangement is arranging in tables. So you can also edit the number of rows and the number of columns. And then you have the verticals from top to bottom, and vertical scroll arrangement is you can scroll it. Then you have the media, where you have the camera recorder, image, speaker, player, sound, all sorts of things. Drawing and animation. Maps is related to maps and the other geometrical things. And then you have sensors, where you have all sorts of sensors. Social is how you connect on social media. You have phone call, phone number picker, Twitter, all that, texting. Storage, connectivity, Lego Mindstorm, experimental, and extension, where you have to import the extension. So now let's move on to the viewer part. So actually, if you place anything over here, it comes and drops over here. See the notifier, it's a non-visible component, so it will settle down. And the screen one, actually the components, you can view the components over here. You can also rename them. So for button one, I'll keep a name as happy, and here it gets changed, and you can upload files from here. And then for screen one, in the properties, you can edit the about screen, the accent color, alignment of horizontal and center, the app name, background color, background image, the blocks toolkit, screen animation, icon, open screen animation, primary color dark, all sorts of things. So with this, the designer part is over. Now let me show you the blocks. So in the blocks, you all have these built-in options. In control, you have the if then options. Logic, you have true or false. Math, you have related to math, the 4 operations and module, random integer. Text, you have text and the join segments. List, you can make a list or create an empty list. Then for dictionary, you can create an empty dictionary or make a dictionary. Colors, you have all sorts of colors. Make a color, which was used the random color generator, and you can assign a variable over here. And procedure, you can name a procedure over here. And screen one, you have initialization and then alignment, background colors, title, blah blah blah. And then for the button, you have image, click, quad focus, long click, visibility, all sorts of things. And for notifier, you have the after choosing, and then the dialog box, the message and all, and the notifier background color. And if you click on any component, so if there are a more number of buttons, if you have 5 buttons and all the buttons have the same role and function, then take this. If any button clicks, you'll have this thing, and any notifier after choosing. So here you can also rename it again over here. So you can rename this, and you can also delete this, and you can also upload the file. And then here it's used to zoom it. Actually there's nothing, so there's nothing to zoom. And here you can delete it. So this is all for the tutorial for the MIT App Inventor 2. I hope you liked the video. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to never miss any updates if I post a new video. So the link of this MIT App Inventor and the AI12 companion will be provided in the description box. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and bye.